Well, hello, welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and tonight we have that in a stunning display of what can only be called a marital censorship. Prince Harry has reportedly put the kibosh on Meghan Markle's ambition to pen a tell all book about their royal escapades. It seems that Harry, in a moment of what some might call wisdom or sheer panic, decided that perhaps airing the royal laundry in public wasn't the best family reunion strategy. That Meghan, Duchess of her own drama, apparently had her quill at the ready to spill the Earl Grey on her time with the royals. But Harry, ever the cautious one, or maybe too risk averse, applied the brakes, possibly fearing that the royal gang wouldn't be too chuffed with the revelations. But now, redirecting the sausage ship, Harry's got his eyes on the prize, mending fences with the family he's spent the better part of recent history distancing himself from. A PR guru, Maya Rias, gave this maneuver a thumbs up, calling it a prudent move, but not exactly the worst you'd expect for someone who's made a career out of not so prudent moves. According to Rias, blocking Meghan's memoir is like Harry waving a white flag at Buckingham Palace. Instead of dishing the dirt, Meghan is reportedly focusing on a book about female empowerment. Because nothing says I'm over it like a swift topic change. And according to some insider, this new book will highlight Meghan's lifelong role as a women's advocate and not, as some might have hoped, a fresh round of royal roasting. But we know better, right? Meghan, who once took on a sexist advert at the tender age of 11 and graced the stage at the UN Women's Conference, is apparently shelving any royal revelations because, as everyone knows, the best way to empower women is to not talk about your in laws. But meanwhile, Rias, the PR oracle, hinted that a Meghan memoir isn't off the table forever. It's just on hold, like a royal rain check. She suggests Meghan's memoir could be a mixtape of her life, namely the good, the bad, and the even worse. But I think I've got a better explanation for Meghan's writing hiatus. Their coffers, it seems, are not quite robust enough to hire $1 million ghostwriter for Meghan's much awaited memoir. The solution? Rent a Royals Hollywood edition. And that's right. If they want to raise funds for the literary ambitions, our dynamic duo is set to unleash their inner thespians and offer their regal services to the highest bidder. Imagine the possibilities. Harry and Meghan popping up at bar mitzvahs, ribbon cutting at new car dealerships, or even making cameo appearances at children's birthday parties. Surprise! It's your favorite former royals bringing the bouncy castle. And Hollywood? Oh, they're ready to roll out the red carpet for this royal gig economy. Picture Harry in a superhero cape zooming past the Hollywood sign, but not for a blockbuster movie, but for a high paying drone advertisement. Meanwhile, Meghan, with her impeccable poise, could be endorsing everything from organic kale smoothies to luxury yoga mats. Fit for a duchess, perfect for your chakras. Give me your money or you will. No, wait, that doesn't rhyme. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. But why stop at Hollywood? The world is their oyster. They could be cutting ribbons at supermarket openings in Dubai, judging tulip contests in the Netherlands, or even preparing arepas in Venezuela. Pink is up, everyone. The Duchess is in the house. But of course, every penny earned from these glamorous gigs would inch them closer to affording that elusive ghostwriter. Until then, we can only eagerly await the next chapter of Meghan and Harry, the royal hostel. Will they succeed in their quest for the multi-million-dollar memoir. Only time and their booking agent will tell. Also, Edward Charles Featherstone, a pseudonym used by Harry's former polo playing mate, said the Duke of Sausages is nothing like the man I met, quoted. Speaking to the Mirror, he says that Harry's memoir was disappointing because it portrayed him as, quote, being the victim when he is the furthest thing from a victim. Take about news. Edward revealed that he has now written a letter to Harry to encourage him to change his ways. And quote, it really just says get over yourself. You're not a victim and you were a part of a noble cause as the torchbearer of the Invictus. And what you're doing now and what you're doing to your family is, I think, inappropriate, he explained. This Edward, who has just authored a new book called The Rude Beginning, and this is absolutely not a marketing ploy to sell the book, has threatened to publish the full contents of the letter. I quote again, I've written a letter to him which at some stage I will publish, he said. But the Duchess of Sausages has once again found herself at the center of a digital tempest. This time, it's all about her recent cameo in Jamaica, where she and Harry graced the red carpet at the premiere of Bob Marley One Love. Since then, Meghan's been the hottest topic for keyboard warriors who seem to have nothing better to do than dish out their expert opinions on her every move. Enter Liz Jones, journalist extraordinary, who has taken up her pen to champion Meghan in the noble halls of the Daily Mail. Liz has seen her fair share of online nastiness, but the vitriol aimed at Meghan is apparently in a league of its own, rivaling the hate for people who actually deserve it. Liz recalls the heady days of 2016 when Meghan and Harry's romance was a fresh bloom, and she was all in for welcoming Meghan into the royal fold. But fast forward to 2022, and Liz was ready to throw in the towel after witnessing Meghan's extravagant curtsy on Netflix. Drama, thy name is royalty. But now Liz is back on Team Meghan, fuming over the vicious comments swarming the internet post Jamaica. She's outraged, wondering how Meghan even manages to get out of bed with all these online barbs supposedly flying her way. And her advice? Ignore it. But then again, those nasty comments are like water seeping under every door, you know? Remember Meghan's I'm not okay moment? Liz sure does, and she's waving that flag high, decrying the rise of the anonymous troll as the real villain of our times, far more menacing than those pesky paparazzi. And amidst the online battlefield, some loyal fans are mounting a defense, praising Meghan for standing strong against the tidal wave of trolldom. They're pointing fingers at the British royal family and the media, accusing them of leaving Meghan out in the cold, especially during her darkest hours. But my royal roguies, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. And remember to download my free body language tips in the description of this video if you want to read anybody like a book. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And remember, much love and bliss.